Hello and welcome to my video on how to use the software known as Tableau. Now, Tableau is a very popular piece of software that allows all sorts of different data files to be converted into easy to read and easy to look at graphs. Typically, Tableau can use many files such as a text, PDF, or an Excel file. It'll be able to convert the data all the same provided it's readable. Now, for this example, I'll be using an Excel file, which I got from many different sources. It is global unemployment rates from 1997 to 2017. Every country in the world. You find your file, double click it, and you'll be brought to this page. This page is an example of all the data it's given. As we can see here, every single country from 1997. As we see, the year will go down the further down the list we go, all the way down. The very bottom, which I missed just there. And it also has the unemployment rate taken from that particular year, from that particular country. Now, to start, I'm going to go down to the bottom left and click New Worksheet. This will bring us to a blank field. Now, from here, we've got to think. Because we're doing international unemployment rates, with data that includes countries, our best bet is to choose a map graph. To do that, you grab the country name, click and drag it into either rows or columns. Doesn't matter, this will change soon and you'll see why. Drop it here. It's just a regular text box, as is the text table option over here. That's what we're seeing right now. It's also highlighting maps. Now, to do this, simply click Maps, and it'll bring up a map. As obvious as that sounds, except there's no data presented other than the name. Now, to change this, let's say we want to use the unemployment rate. We'll click and drag that over to marks instead of rows or columns, as there are none on the graph. Drop that here. Now, if we hover over to Australia, we see that the unemployment rate is 122. You can't have an unemployment rate of 122%. Doesn't make sense. The reason for that is that it added it all up together in the sum of the unemployment rate from that time period. To change that, quickly press the down arrow, move down to measure, and select, we're going to go with average, since it makes more sense. Like that. Now, data is perfect. There you go. 7.79%, 7.25%, 5.82%. Now, it's not giving us much information visually unless you hover over it, which is not something we really want our audience to see. To change that, click this button here under unemployment rate, go color, and it'll change the color, varying depending on the unemployment rate. The lighter it is, the lower the unemployment rate. Blue's alright, but it doesn't really get our point across all that well. If we click Color, Edit Colors, and click the Automatic, you choose a whole variety that Tableau has. Though, personally, I'll find Red, Green, Gold Diverging to be the real winner here. We'll click that, and it says here, the lowest being 0.79% and the highest, 31.89%. And lowest seems to be represented by red. We don't want that because green is better, typically, as typical reasons would suggest, such as a traffic light. Green means go, red means stop. Makes sense. We'll just reverse that by clicking the reversed tick box. Green the lowest, red the highest. Click OK. Ta-da! Here we see a green for a low, a lighter green for a lower, and darker reds and oranges for higher. Well, that's a simple graph, and through experimentation you'll find all sorts of things that Tableau can do. It can do horizontal bars, stacked bars, different sorts of maps, symbol maps especially, that's very handy. Regular text graphs, highlight tables, and even packed bubbles. As long as your audience is attracted to the graph and you feel as if by looking at it alone it can represent data of some sort provided context, Tableau will be able to do it for you. I thank you, and I hope this was educational for you.